Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. So, special night tonight. We're doing a show tonight on a Monday on a holiday, and I'm glad to have so many of you here already in the chat hanging out with me. As you can see, I am back in the Ohio dwelling, and it's comfortable, but I am really ready to get things start packed up around here and kind of get myself prepped to get back down to Florida. It's going to take a while though. I have a feeling I'm going to be here through August. So welcome one and all on this wonderful evening. I could run through the list of all of you who are here already, but you know who you are. There's a whole bunch of you already in the chat having a good time before we even got this thing started tonight. So as you know, tonight we're going to be doing an art drop with collector Michael Finn, and we are going to so it's similar to other drops we do, but I've never really done one with a collector before. So we thought it'd be fun. Michael's been on the show several times before, and he and I have had lots of fun conversations in the past. Really just one little slide here I'm going to show you before we get started, just sort of an overview for the show tonight. Michael's got, for the first four people who claim any of the artworks during the show tonight, a George Perez print. So the first four buyers will get a George Perez print. I'm sure he might show that to us before we get started. As far as shipping goes, shipping is $20 to the U.S., $40 international. And I'll show it throughout the show. Of course, if anybody claims any artwork tonight, Michael's email is michael.f.fin@gmail.com. And I'll show that probably many times this evening, especially at the end of the show and throughout it. I think I'll put a little banner at the bottom so nobody asks any questions about how to reach out to Michael once the show is over. So yeah, and as far as claims go, we're going to do them in the chat like we normally would with with the next comic art drops that we do, or even during Dueling Dealers. Everything will have a lot number. There are 21 lots tonight, so claim it in the chat. Just say claim and the lot number, and of course you can claim at any time throughout the broadcast. And so keep notes, take notes on the artwork that we're showing tonight, and then of course we will show a recap at the end of the 21 artworks so that you can see any pieces that didn't sell during tonight's show. So let me bring Michael into the broadcast. He is in the green room. Hey, Michael, how are you tonight?
Hey, Bill, how are you? I'm doing great. Doing just great.
Good. Well, it's always good to have you on the show. And so, thanks for doing this on a Memorial Day. Like I mentioned to you, I scheduled this out like a month earlier, and I didn't realize it was a holiday. So I'm sorry to everybody who's taking time away from maybe a barbecue dinner or whatnot, or maybe you're sitting at a barbecue right now and watching the show, and that's okay.
No, I saw Maverick today, and then I got my art ready. I have a couple of the Perez prints, so I could show those too. But I gotta say, if anyone hasn't seen Top Gun Maverick, it's a great show. It's really great.
I have not seen it yet, but it is on my list. I did finally get to see Doctor Strange. So I got that out of the way. But Maverick is probably going to be something I'll see in a few weeks as well.
So, Bill, do you want me to show you these prints right quick?
Yeah, why not? Before we get started, here, let me switch you to full screen here.
Signed by George. Will work for Resurrection when they were, I think, both dead at the time. That's one of them. It turns out I actually have 6 Perez prints. This is the second one, JLA, JSA. So there we go. And let's see, the last one is, of course, the Avengers.
Very nice. Hey, so Michael McIsaac says he bought from you during the recent CAF Live event. The art came quickly and well packaged.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Yeah, I have shipped it. Actually, I have to talk to you later, Bill. I have one buyer who paid. I've written like 9 emails for their address, and I don't have it. So I'll deal with that offline, but I'd love to ship the last fellow the piece of art they bought.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, I haven't, by all accounts, the show went really well for most buyers and sellers. I thought I haven't gotten too many negative, comments from folks, but yeah, communications is always kind of the challenge there. That's for sure. I mean, between buyer and seller, sometimes I had a couple of people say their emails were going into spam. So, I'm sure we can come up with a better mechanism for communication after, or, during the show and afterwards, just to make sure that everybody's comfortable and, knowing that the sale is going to happen and that you can trust the person who's making the purchase request and whatnot.
Bill, everything went great for me. I met a lot of nice buyers who seemed to like the art. I sold something today. A guy wrote me and said I didn't have time to get it. So he wrote me today. I guess Nick, I hope a lot of people like me and Bill. So help us out, Nick Marucci.
Oh man. So yeah, so we're going to sell. I mean, the first two pieces are actually not art, but so it's part of your project, and we'll talk about that a bit as well. But so again, but this is going to be something fun. I mean, I think when you approached me originally, you were maybe thinking we were going to do a dueling dealer type of setup, and I was thinking it would be more of a a collector art drop. So this is an experiment for me and for you, and everybody in the audience as well, for something fun and a little different.
Yeah, I hope so. I think everyone was scared of me. Anthony, they all ran away. Turkey, they don't dare duel against Michael Finn. They fled in terror.
Anthony's in the chat too. I saw him earlier.
No.
Yeah, he's here.
He's kidding.
Yeah, Anthony said that there are no 60-year-old Jetfire pilots. Damn it! So he's hanging out with us this evening as well.
Oh, good.
What's with all the new format for highlighted comments? Honestly, here, let me fix that, because usually I created a new brand to get this thing set up. There, now I've fixed it. So watch now when I highlight a comment. Well, let's see, how's it going to look? There we go. Much better. Yeah, I didn't like that either. That's like the default format that StreamYard sets up for comments. I don't like those gigantic bubbles. So here we are. Much better. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Finn, says Swan Shadow.
Very, very powerful.
Exactly. All right. Well, why don't we just get this thing on the road? I mean, but we should talk about when we show the first slide, because the first two slides are actually some books. We should talk a bit about this, because I know we did talk about it during the interview that we did, but a good refresher, of what this project that you worked on for a very long time. So let's see here. So why don't we talk a little bit about it before we pull the first slide up?
Okay. So I think everyone knows, Bill, I'm a huge Golden Age fan. I love the Golden Age. I love to collect the art. That's my passion. And I wanted to, for the longest time, I wanted to write a Golden Age comic book. So I did. I wrote supposed to be a 30-page book. And all my friends came to play. The artists are Barry Kitson and Ron Friends. The editor is Mark Wade. There's art in there by George Perez and Mark Buckingham, and Sal Buscema, and Steranko did a cover you'll see in a minute. But because I was also the publisher, the 30-page comic became a 130-page graphic novel with 5 other comics. So we raised like $50,000 on Kickstarter, and we've been selling it. We're doing a second run of additional issues coming up now, and then we're working on another set with Doug Braithwaite and Barry, and Mark Wade continues to be our editor. I wanted to put Golden Age characters back in action. I wanted people to see them again. So you got here the Blue Flame, you've got Catman and Kitten, the Green Turtle. Boy, I got to lean this way. You got the Mad Hatter, you got Johnny Rebel. So I really wanted these heroes to be seen again. People just forget all about them. So I thought it'd be nice if people could see him again.
And that's correct, Jim. The Liberty Brigade. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. That's the Liberty Brigade.
Back to Kickstarter too. Thanks, Jim.
So I thought I would offer those for sale for anyone who hasn't bought the book and wanted to. We have a whole set. We've got a Steranko hardcover. So I thought.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and show the first slide then, and you can tell them everything that's part of lot 1.
So perfect. So this here is let's see, in the middle top row, you've got the 130-page graphic novel. That's the Steranko variant cover. Then you have the white, that's the 0 issue. The Baltimore Comic-Con, that's the actual that's the first appearance of Liberty Brigade. And I doubt many people kept it in good condition because it was just a con book. Below, you have Origin of the Heroes, which is all these one-page origins. It's got George Perez's last interior pages in there that he ever did. There's a Villains Origins book, a Source book, and then the last 2 on the bottom right, we did a Lost Scenes with Gerardo Borges, who's a DC artist, and then Mike Lilly. We did the Coming of the Liberty Brigade. So all of this is around 200 pages of material. So I just thought if people were interested in it, we'd give one more chance to buy it. But the Steranko hardcover is a pretty limited edition of the book. And then the other set's just the same set. It's a little cheaper. It's our normal soft cover. There's a Sean Chen cover. Sean did a great cover. You can see it's the same thing that Baltimore used, and Baltimore made it the shirt as well. So it's a image we're really proud of, and this is all the first set. So if you like Barry Kitson, if you like Ron Friends, or you like George Perez, we've also got Mike Dringenberg from Sandman is in the book. We got a ton of really great artists all came to play. Paul Galassi came and did a page for us. So we're really, really happy. Ron Lim and Jim Starlin and Joe Rubenstein. So the Infinity Gauntlet crew came and did a one-page origin as well. Jim writing, Ron and Joe handling the art chores.
Hey, Michael, back on that first slide with the hardcover, Human Spider asked, are they all hardcovers? And I believe it was just the one that was center top is the hardcover. Is that correct?
Just the center top is hardcover. All the rest are normal soft cover books. Let me see if so like here, I don't know if you can see me at all. This is the Heroes comic. And then this is here. You can just see they're all one-page. That's Alan Davis. Let me see if I can do this right. Nope. Here we go. There's Alan doing Catman and Kitten. So just a ton of artists came to work on the book with us. Gary Leach of Miracle Man did a bunch of pages in these one-page origins. So I hope people will like it. I hope some folks, if you haven't backed it, let us know. We'd love to have some more readers. People have really liked it. I don't think we've had any negative reviews, and I get some great comments from my editor, Mark Wade. I'll just share one. He wrote, Michael, this is a great page. You really dialogued it well. I wouldn't change a single word. So I was all excited. And then he wrote, but, the order you have everyone talking is not at all the order at which they're drawn. So hey. A little learning for me.
Well, Rich Cirillo's claimed lot 1. Thank you, Rich. And you get a signed George Perez print as well. So we all appreciate that. And Michael, I did want to ask you though, when where can people buy the books direct right now? I mean, if they're watching the show after the fact, they'd like to just pick up one or two of them.
There's a Kickstarter page. We have a backer kit. We have an Indiegogo running right now. I'll just show one. We've got, if I can show off two, if you let me.
Sure.
Sorry, I gotta.
No, well, what I can do after we're done with the show, if you can share the link,
comic coming out. See the blue flame there, and then we've got let me see, an Uncle Sam cover by Ramita for K the Unknown. She's got a few more Golden Age characters headed out into the world relatively soon.
Well, there, TJ just said, I can say that if you love Golden Age stories, the Liberty Brigade is awesome. All right, well, I'll tell you what, when the show's over, I'm going to get that Indiegogo and the Kickstarter links, and I'll put them in the show description so people can find these after the show and pick the books up directly from you. All right, well, so thank you, Rich Cirillo, for picking up the lot 1 here. So let me go ahead. We can go ahead and show lot 3. Everything after this is all original art. So here we go. Something.
Oh, hey, Jim, I should just add, I got plenty of lot 1s and 2s if people want the books.
All right, well, here's the slide. I'll let you tell us about it.
Okay, so this is just 9x12. I love the Green Lantern, Green Arrows by Mike Grell. So he did a great, you get the pencil piece by Mike, 9x12, and I had Joe Rubenstein do blue line inks. So it's a really nice looking page of GL, and I thought folks might like it. It was always on my wall, so I always like looking at it. It's just a great piece of art by the guy who did it in the 70s. Did a great run.
So this one is so you got the second piece is inked by Rubenstein. It's not inked on the pencil piece.
No, there's 2 different pieces. You get Mike's original pencils untouched, and then you get a blue line ink version by Joe Rubenstein. So you can have them side by side, just like I did it in here.
Very, very nice. And hey, a question from William Vuk. Could he pick up an extra lot 1?
Yes, I've got plenty of lot 1s and plenty of lot 2s. So absolutely. Hi, Bill. Good to see you.
All right, William. Well, we're gonna you'll be able to pick up a lot 1 as well. So there you go. We have as many of those available as people would like. And hey, this first one, original art, is picked up by Mr. Anthony Snyder.
It's a good one.
Thanks, Anthony. So there we go.
Anthony gets a print. Okay.
And Anthony gets a print too. And William gets one as well. So there you go. We've got 3 prints already taken care of right now. All right. Well, this is no Doolin Dealers episode tonight, Ruben. So, all right. So let's take a look at lot 4 then. Where are we at here? Oh, here we go. This is one of this is a 1 minute later piece.
Yeah, so this is Tales of Suspense. You see Gugam and the son of Goom, and I had Kirby Veach, Rick's son, who's a painter. This is pretty large. It's 16 by 23. I think I can hold it up here. And then it's just I have a little overlay I sometimes use here, which has a little title on it. But it's a full painted piece, really nice by Kirby, who's obviously Rick has named his son after Jack Kirby. If anyone doesn't know that, Rick's. But I thought I'd offer a full painting piece. I just don't have enough wall space. I have all my bow and mini busts, and they're taking up all the wall space. But this is a giant painting. I thought he did a great job for 1 minute later, and I was always really happy with it.
No, it's very colorful, and I remember that was a fun story.
Yeah, really fun story, and I think this is one of Kirby's first pieces. So if you want an early Kirby Veach painting for a guy who's probably going to hit it big down the road, this would be the one to get. I tried to price it to sell. I liked it, but I'm out of wall space.
You got to get a bigger house, Michael.
Yeah, I tell my wife that all the time. I don't see that happening.
Doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't work.
I know how that goes. But well, if you get any more statues, you're at least going to have to, expand the office space a little bit.
I know. I don't even have all of them. If you could come in here, I've got them hidden on my desk and under my lamp and everywhere else. Somebody could stick a Bowen statue. But I like them.
All right. Well, that one we'll see in the recap. We'll go ahead and take a look at lot 5 here. And this is all done on one board. Correct,
this is
Michael?
One board, 9 by 12. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, and I wanted to pair him with Mark Morales, who's one of the best inkers in the business. I wanted to see how they look together. It's a great piece. I'm really excited with it. I'm ducking down because I have it right here. But I'm really happy with this. I really loved it for a long time. It's Garcia Lopez and Morales. I thought Mark did a great job handling the inks there. So really, really happy with this one. 9 by 12, beautiful. Mark inking directly over the pencils. So really, really, really lush ink works by Mark over Jose.
Did you get them both to do it at the same show, or?
I think it was probably within 2 shows. Funny enough, I have Jose's sketchbook here. I'll tell you a quick Jose story. There was a New York show. There was no real line. Okay. For Jose. So he was selling his sketchbook, and I got in line. Here, Bill, see if we can show this, because it's a bit of a funny story. See this?
This piece has been claimed by Yes That Jason, just so you know.
I moved it. See this Captain America?
Yeah.
So I got in Jose's line. I got the Captain America. And then Mark Morales I got back, and I kept getting back in the line. And after a while, I was asking for all kinds of crazy Marvel characters. Jose says to me, Michael, I like you very much, and you can keep getting in my line, but you keep making me draw characters I have never drawn before. Please help me. It's because they were all Marvel or Golden Age or Independence. I think I had him do like Vigilante and Captain America and Dracula from Tomb of Dracula. So anyway, he did the Superman at that show, did the one for Morales, and then I think I gave it to Mark to ink, and then he brought it to me at the next show we saw each other.
Oh, nice. I can imagine that conversation. Well, it's got to be tough sometimes when you're with the characters some of the characters you want people to draw. They need reference. I mean, they're at a con. They're gonna have to pull out their phones and find it. Or do you bring reference with you when you?
I bring a lot of reference because people get confused, or I don't like the fact that they all ran around in shorts, so I make them all have long pants. So I always, whenever I send reference, I take the drawings of shorts, I go into Photoshop, I'm the world's worst Photoshopper, and I just color the rest of their legs with whatever the, little shorts were, so the artist gets the idea of what I want.
That's a wise thing to do. I know a lot of people who bring the reference material with people that they can just leave it with the artist and then pick it up when before the show's over.
I do. You got to bring. I agree with Mr. Red Jack. Always bring reference material with you.
There you have it. All right. Well, let's take a look at the next lot here, and that lot number 6 by George Perez.
Yep, 8.5 by 12 board. George did the Winsome Wasp, the 1960s version. I really love the Silver Age, or I used to, but I like the original costume. So George did this for me quite a while ago. I was at one point I had, I think, almost every Avengers head sketch by George, and this is the last one I have left, the Wasp, a real favorite of mine, and you'll have to tell me it might already be claimed.
Yep, it actually looks like Anthony claimed that one. I think Anthony's looking to combine on shipping tonight.
He is. Boy, that Anthony. And since he sold me a page this morning, I guess he's really trying to make this into a trade deal. But I love this costume with the Wasp. I agree with you, Rich. It's a great costume. It was my favorite, and I really love this piece. I really, really liked it.
Well, I agree. So, I remember you, did you end up putting that set of Perez sketches into your Comic Art Live booth? Because
I did.
I didn't get a chance to shop at all really during the show, so I didn't get to look around.
It didn't sell, so I've got a whole
bad.
bunch of other stuff. I had George do. I was so excited when he did this. I thought it would break the internet. I had George do the 7 Soldiers of Victory. He hadn't drawn all 7. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And really, nobody else cared, but I really did. I was so excited. I went to a bunch of shows to get, those characters done, Stripesy and the Star Spangled Kid, and I really was excited about it. But I don't understand why people don't feel the love that I do for the 7 Soldiers.
Well, they're out there. They just might not be art collectors. They might be more book, readers than they are art collectors. But you never know. I mean, it's hard to say. That art from that period is really difficult to come across, as you know. I mean, I don't ever really see too much of it. Berkey gets some in every now and again, but yeah, it's rare. It's definitely rare.
It is very rare, and it was the first comic book I ever read. Was the JSA 7 Soldiers crossover.
Very nice. Marcus said that Anthony's making a stack, because that's what Anthony says during doing deals.
Oh yeah, and then he gets an extra discount. I've worked with Anthony. Is if you ever want to see the greatest video of two, and Anthony, don't get mad at me, 2 idiots doing a deal. There's a video of Anthony and I doing a deal, and the 2 of us are interrupted during this video so many times that everyone who's watched it is like, you both lose the count and lose the money and have to start asking the cameraman. I trust Anthony. I've never minded it, but I watched it once. I'm like, my God, the 2 of us are so bothered by everyone around us. We keep, how much was it? I don't know. Okay. It's funny.
Where's this recording? I want to see it.
It was on his show, but Anthony did fair deal. I like dealing with Anthony. I urge everybody to deal with Anthony. He's great. I bought something from him yesterday.
All right, let's go ahead and show lot number 7 then. Moving right along here. This is Bill Willingham and Joe Rubin.
Yeah. So I'll pull this. This is pretty unique to see Bill hitting the old pencils. I'm going to try to. Here it is. So, and this is a little overlay here, but you've got it there perfectly. I don't even need to show it here. It's 9 by 12. It's Bill Willingham and Joe Rubinstein. It's Fantastic Four 200. I really like this piece. I actually own the original cover. So the FF 200, not something I'll be selling today, is in my collection. And I was really excited to have this from Bill.
And Omega Collects has picked that up. Thank you very much, Omega Collects.
Used up all, Bill, I think that used up all my Perez prints, but I'll tell you what, I've got some other prints. I've got a signed Ordway, a signed Paul Renault. I've got a few others. So as long as I've got a print, I'll keep tossing one in from here on out. All
right. Now, hey, on that piece, this might be a good one to kind of highlight, because we had talked about the overlays that you had printed. I know, and Mikhail is someone who really likes doing his own overlays as well. Now, you were doing your own overlays for some of these. Now, on that one, I was just thinking if you could show off. Yeah. Yep.
So I made now I got to fit it back so nicely. But yeah, I just made my own overlays on a lot of the pieces, because I really like seeing the logo, and I thought it looked kind of cool that way. But
it does.
They're all
no, I mean, it's great.
None of them are glued or anything like that. Some of them have artist tape on the back, and some don't.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Omega Collects for picking that up. Let's take a look here. What do we got next? Lot number 8.
What do we got? Oh, okay. This is Marvel Apes. This is a published page. And I'll get the prelim here. This is Barry Kitson. Marvel had this great book called Marvel Apes. Let me see, Bill. You got this is the prelim.
Yeah, here. Let me actually switch over to your camera
If you
here.
switch over to me,
Yep.
here's the prelim, and then I'll just show people. And here's the published page. So you get them both. This is 11 by 17. It's a published page. Marvel had this great idea to turn all of their characters into apes for a little while, and have this really cool mini series. And this is the Ape Watcher. It's a great splash by Barry, and it scared the heck out of me, so I bought it and thought maybe somebody would like it. I've had it for quite a while. It's a neat little page, and it comes with the prelim as well.
Oh, and Shannon Weathers has picked up lot 8. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Shannon, how about a Captain Marvel Junior Jerry Ordway print for you? Let me see if I can. Bill, can you flip to me and I'll show
I will do that. Yeah, let me switch this to here.
Here you go. Signed by Jerry. So I'll put those together for you. There you go.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Wow. You're showing everybody you're wheeling and dealing better than anybody we've had on here in a while.
No.
Sorry, Anthony. I love you.
No, Anthony would crush me like a bug. I know my place in the world. Don't worry.
Yes, I get it. I know what you mean. But yeah, guys, we wanted to do something fun together. This was we Michael and I talked about what he may or may not bring to this show kind of prior to Comic Art Live, because he was trying to think, what should I bring to Comic Art Live for my booth there? What's better to sell on in a live stream? And so it was fun. I really enjoyed working with Michael on something like this. So, if you think this is fun too, I'm happy to do this with really anybody. I just like having a good time and, talking about the art. We're getting a little bit of background on a lot of these pieces that Michael's picked up as well. So it just makes for a fun show, and definitely learning about the pieces. And again, a lot of these are the 1 minute later pieces that you've commissioned, Michael, and everybody knows you as, the 1 minute later collection on CAF.
Look, I love them. I ended up with so many, hundreds of them, and people have reacted so well. And oftentimes people are trying to get one or two, and I always said no. And I finally said, okay, I'll take like 200 and start letting some slowly out in the world. I mean, I love them all. They're like my children. Every time I put one in the sell pile, I keep looking at it. I looked at this Willingham for the last 3 days. I had it on my desk. I'm like, I guess I'm going to sell it, but it's somebody else should get to love them for a while.
That's true. Yeah, there's some, you can't own everything forever, but no, that's great. And again, that's as a person who's commissioned many people, as you have, it's kind of cool because that's a unique piece that's only been in your collection, and and now you're kind of letting some of these out into the world. So I think this next one is another 1 minute later piece here. This is lot number 9.
Oh yeah, this is the first appearance of Groot. Is a 1 minute later. It's by Sean Forney, who's an independent artist, indie artist, works for a bunch of indie companies, and of course Bob Ullman with the long Marvel comics runs as inker. So it's an overlay. The text, the white at the top, and at the bottom is all on an 11 by 17 overlay. But I thought he did a great job showing what happens with Groot here as he's getting ready. As Groot's getting ready to terrorize everybody. You can see the guy at the bottom left has moved a little bit. You can see the little stuff at the bottom, the more destruction behind Groot. So I really like this one. I thought it was really a really good job, and really showed off what the 1 minute later concept was.
What was the size on this one too?
So this is 11 by 17, and it's a full overlay by me. So it's 11 by 17. Here it is, and there's art under the overlay. So it's signed at the bottom here. I'll just pull it up and show some of the art there. There's a car getting mangled. The little insects, the ants at the bottom, are all rushing off towards Groot. So I thought this was a really nice one. I really thought they did a good job on this one for sure. It was one I liked for a long time. It showed off kind of what I was trying to achieve in the 1 minute later. Really show us what happened, be a little thoughtful about it. And then one of my rules was always it has to look like a cover that could be on the stands back in the day, because some people were making them a little too violent or something. I said, no, I want it to be like a comic Marvel would sell. So I thought they did a great job with Groot.
I agree. Well, we're going to see that one in the recap. And yes, that Jason said, I hope we do more art collector sales. Cool to get to know fellow art collectors while being able to purchase what they have for sale. Really appreciate it. And as do I. And again, we're always trying to do new things around here. And a lot of times it comes from you guys suggesting ideas and things that we can do on the channel. And I'm game. If I've got the time, I'm more than happy to experiment around here. So let's see. I'm not sure what Anthony's asking how much for, but maybe he'll elaborate at some point later. Anthony, just let us know what you're talking about there. But we'll go ahead and take a look at lot number 10.
Oh, okay. This is a great page. This is a published page. This is a Marvel Age Ape Splash, another one by Barry. It's an homage to Captain America 1 at the top, with the ape Captain America punching out ape Hitler. So I thought, with everything going on in the world, it'd be nice to see the American there punching out a bad guy. And then down at the bottom, you've got the rest of the invaders. You've got the Submariner gorilla, you got the Torch, and you got Cap there in the back. So I thought it was a really terrific, that's the 1940s kind of Marvel Apes page. That's why I bought it originally. It's a really cool page by Barry.
And all right. And that one's been claimed by Shannon.
All right.
Thank you again, Shannon.
I think for that one, we've got, let's see, a Batgirl print. So I'll put that one up there too. You'll have to just help me remind me, Shannon, when you pay that you get the Batgirl print with that one. And
I'm taking notes too, just in case.
Oh, all right.
I'll send you my notes after the show's over.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. All right.
and Rick Yankowski was right, Anthony. The Groot was $400, just so you know. All right. Well, hey, moving right along. That's pretty good so far. What do we only have? Really 2 pieces of art unsold so far. So we'll take a look at lot 11 now. And let me highlight this one. I know this is one you want to show the original too, so we can.
Yeah, this is by Russ Heath, the great Russ Heath, in color. And that line there is just the overlay. So this is the art here. And then you can see that. So here's the overlay. And then when you flip it, it's right there. So there's no line by Flash's head. That's just my overlay. You could probably recut it.
Yeah. Let me go back.
Russ,
go ahead.
Russ drew in the Golden Age, of course, the Silver, the Bronze Age. He did this. This is a 1 minute later. Flash Gordon. So he's fighting the Beast. Okay. I think that sold too.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. That's another good one.
But yeah, back on that, the reason we wanted to show it was because you can see on the scan it had those little lines on there, and those lines were from the overlay itself when Michael scanned it. So that's it's not a crease or a fold in the artwork.
Nope.
All right. Well, let's take a look at lot 12, and this is another 1 minute later piece.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this is Johnny.
It's a couple pieces too. Let's make sure we're clear on that.
Johnny at the time was a protege of David Finch, and you can see that in the pencil piece. There's 3 pieces here. You get the untouched pencils at the far right. Then you get in the middle, I had Bob Allman do Blue Line inks. And then Johnny did on a separate board, inked by Bob, he did the 3 heads. You see there? I think Bob inked them. The heads might have been sent to me digitally, but I'll have to look. You get the two pieces are both 11 by 17. Johnny went on to do Green Hornet, I believe, and a bunch of other books. So I thought this was great. It's from the Avengers Defenders War. When he drew it, I thought he did a great job with Captain Subby. I thought Bob Allman's inks are just spectacular. And I really wanted to work the little heads in the logo from the original cover. So I made sure to get that too. So you get all 3 pieces. There's the pencil 11 by 17, the Blue Line inks 11 by 17, and the 3 inked heads. So it's And for those who remember the storyline, phenomenal storyline. The Avengers and Defenders having the battle. It's over, I don't know, 5 or 6 issues of Avengers and Defenders, and everybody's running around in these books. But there's all these one-on-one battles. If you see on the which the far left on my screen, the original cover, they're trying to get this little eyepiece, and you see a guy flying off with it. But this one was Captain America and the Submariner had to battle for it. So I thought they did a nice job showing the battle moving into the city streets. So really, really happy with the way this one turned out.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and like a couple of people mentioned in the chat, I think very very Finch-like, as you suggested as well by Johnny.
Yeah, very, very Finch-like. I this is one of my favorite storylines, the Avengers Defenders War. I actually 1 minute later, the entire all the covers in the battle.
Anthony says it's my favorite ever. I have 30 pages of it.
Well, then he should buy this too, Anthony. How can you leave this one? Screaming, Anthony, buy me, Anthony. I'll regret it later.
Yeah, well, we'll see this one again in the recap, lot 12. So let's take a look at lot 13 by Mr. Frank McLaughlin.
This is huge. This is, what is this, 16 by 23?
Yeah, you've got 6. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I'll hold it up here in a minute, but let's stick with the screen. What he did, he kind of drew the same image of Cap, but what's so impressive here is he then moved all the side images from the original cover. All the images around Cap are different. So the Red Skull's a little different. The battle scenes are all a little different. And then I went ahead and I had this one digitally colored. So whoever buys this, you get the 16 by 23 black and white 1 minute later. This is not an overlay. He drew all of the text on the board. And then you also get a digital file, a color file, so you can print that out and have the color version as well if you like. But it is a huge piece. So it was, yeah, here you go. You can see how big it is next to me. But he did a really, really great job. I'm really proud of him. He worked on the original run of the book as well. So this was one I really liked. And he did a golden age size, because the story concerns the Captain America of the 1950s coming back, for those who may or may not know it. But unfortunately, while they had mimicked the super soldier serum, they forgot to use the Vita rays. And without the Vita rays, the poor guy couldn't take the power and became insane and became like this complete uber right-wing racist, and didn't recognize all the liberties he used to be fighting for. It's really a neat story to pit the 1950s version against the original. Really, really good. Probably one of my top 3: Avengers Defenders War, the Cap of the 50s returning, and the JSA 7 Soldiers of Victory.
I agree. They were some of my favorite stories as well. So let's see. Lot 13 is going to be in the recap. So we're going to move over to lot 14. Okay. This is another 1 minute later piece.
Oh man, this is a huge piece. All this text is on an overlay. So this is by Eric Meter. He's an indie artist. All of this is pencil. And Bill, if you can see the detail in this giant piece, he drew every hair on Hercules' chest. You've got Odin's eyes up in the clouds. Again, all the logos on an overlay, and there's original art under all of that. So this is a huge piece, and it's another one I went ahead and had digitally colored, so you can get a digital file too. But this is an amazing, amazing piece that, again, I used to have on my wall for quite a while. I think the Hercules is phenomenal with the mace. You've got Thor leaping in the air. This was a great issue, the Thor versus Hercules, and I thought Eric really killed it. I thought he did a really, really nice job on it. Really nice.
Yeah, Eric's a very detailed penciler.
Yeah, he sure is. And again, this is another huge piece, 16 by 23. So you're talking golden age size. So for a while, I got a few of my 1 minute later's golden age size, but then I realized it was a little painful to have if I was going to have hundreds of these in a portfolio. But it's a great piece. I think he's destined for amazing things. I could stare at the Hercules and some of the building windows. Some are broken, some are open, some are closed. He really did a very detailed job.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. And one of my favorites. Yeah, I love Thor during that time period. The art was great. The stories were fun. And yeah, no, that's what I became a Thor collector, of comics back in the day, even before X-Men, because I loved those stories in particular.
They were reprinted. Bill, what was the name of the reprint book when we were in the 70s for Thor? That's where I read him originally.
Oh, that's probably where I was reading them too. I don't know. I can't remember the
It
name of it
wasn't
now.
Marvel double feature was I don't remember, but Thor was in something, and that's where I read them all with Kirby pencils, Coletta inks, and the Circus of Crime and all the. I read them all
Yeah,
in the reprints.
yeah, it's true. Those were always fun books. Marvel Triple Action, getting, I
Yeah,
mean, but that's how I discovered a lot of those earlier stories. I would never have even been aware of them had I not been buying those books.
me too. Marvel Triple Action, Marvel Tales, Marvel Double Feature. Yeah, I had a bunch.
Anthony said
Marvel
Marvel Super
Spectacular.
Special or Marvel Spectacular, Marvel's Greatest Stories. Yeah, those are all could be any of those. Marvel's Greatest Stories sounds like that might have been it.
Maybe. Or was that the FF? Marvel's Greatest was the FF, I think. I don't know. We'll see.
Matt from Pop Sequentialism says Marvel Spectacular as well. So I don't know, 2 votes for that, one way or another. That you'll see that piece again in the recap. So we're gonna move over to lot 15, which is not a 1 minute later. This is a published piece.
Oh, yeah. So this is the order number 7 by Barry Kitson. It's a double-page splash. In this issue, Namor has been hauled in, and you can see him questioning him at the bottom, and at the top, he's going through his history here. And what's neat about this is you get all 3 of Barry's prelims. So you get his very rough at the bottom right. Then you get the kind of the double splash pencils. You get a more detailed piece, and then you get the final penciled and ink double-page splash. So it's really 1 double page splash and 3 prelims. So I thought it was really cool for those who are interested in how pages are put together.
And Mr. Snyder has claimed this one too. He is adding to his stack.
He is. Anthony, I'll just give you my address and you can come on by.
And Aaron Odinson has confirmed that Marvel Spectacular was the one with Thor in it. So there we go. Glad we figured that one out. So and thank you everybody for adding the likes on there. Nick has been rallying you as you know to hit the thumbs up button on the shows, and I appreciate it when everyone does that, because it does help us with get more views on the show, pushes it out. The other day, believe it or not, I published the weekly flip. I started putting those out as separate 4 to 10 minute clips based on how long they were, and the third one I put out, the one that Chuck gave me, somehow managed to get on the homepage of YouTube. And we ended in, while the other ones only got like 200 or 300 views, that one got like 2,500 views and added 50 new subscribers to the channel. So like, I got to figure out how to repeat that, because it's certainly, you figure 1 out of 4 times did it actually happen. And I've never had anything featured on YouTube's homepage before. I know, isn't that crazy, Chuck? I bet you were wondering why you had all those views on the weekly flip. That's what it was. I was able to go look in the analytics, and it literally showed 93% of the views on your video clip were from a homepage referral. So yeah, we got to figure out how to do that more often.
You do. That's all right. I'm bummed now. I gotta get myself placed on YouTube. That's great.
And you're right, Chuck. You never know. I mean, it could be Frank Whiteley, but whatever it is, I need to repeat that magic a few more times. So, all right, let's see. Why don't we get the next piece of art here? So we're going over to lot 16, and this is a 1 minute later piece with everybody's favorite MODOK.
Oh yeah, this is Pat Broderick. He did a really nice job. He penciled and inks. Again, the logo is an overlay. There's all original art under that. But this is Captain America, Sharon Carter, Agent 13, taking on MODOK. It's a little bigger actually than 11 by 17, but a really nice piece. I think I have it here. There's actually, you can see it here, but all around, I'll pull the overlay off. So you can see it here. He did black border everywhere. I want to show this because look how cool the top is. All the equipment and everything else. I'm always kind of bummed when I have my overlay over it. But I thought he just did a great job. I mean, MODOK in all of his glory and power. Cap holding out. You got Hydra rushing in to get him. Sharon Carter's got her gun. So a really nice piece. I'll put the overlay and text, and then you can see what it looks like with the overlay there. But Pat did a really nice job. He had a great run for DC, great runs for Marvel. He worked on the Micronauts for a long time. He worked on Captain Marvel. He worked on Firestorm. So I think a pretty well-known mainstream artist. I thought we priced this pretty good, but if you don't want it now, I guess you'll see it in a recap. But it's a really great piece. Just a ton of characters. You got 1, 2, you got like 9 different characters, 10, 11 characters with the villains running around. It's a really nice piece. I thought he captured Kirby's energy pretty well from the Marvel double feature. Really, really well done.
Yeah, I've always liked Broderick's work. That's very nice piece. I haven't seen too many like finished commissions on that at that level by him before.
No, he's kind of hard to get. I'm not sure he's always able to get his pieces done, but he got them done for me, so that's what counts.
It's all that clout you carried around with you, Michael.
I don't know. It's I probably threatened to eat all of Sharon's cupcakes, so the guy gave up and gave me one because they are really good. I had 2 the last time I saw Anthony. So.
I haven't gotten to have. I've never had one. I've gotten 2 of her cakes sent to me. You know, the ones you can't eat though. The Billigan's hat and Thor's hammer. But so I've got those around here somewhere. I don't know where the Thor's hammer wound up, but might have gotten carried away by ants when I wasn't around. But one of these days I'll get one of Sharon's cupcakes. So all right, let's take a look at lot 17.
All right.
This one's by Brian Hitch.
Oh yeah, this is the unpublished cover. So Brian drew a number of covers for Fantastic Four 554, which is going to be his first cover. It's 11 by 17. It's penciled and inked by Brian. This was destined to be FF 554. Marvel didn't take it. They took a slightly different version. What's interesting on the back of this cover, it says something like number 3. So I really don't know how many actual covers. It says, yeah, FF unused number 3. At one point, and there's just my little overlay you can see there, but at one point I knew there were like 3 or 4 different fully penciled and ink covers he did when he was in talks with Marvel for what would actually become his first cover. So I really like it. I think it's great. You've got 4 spectacular images by Hitch. I'd like to read. I think Sue looks great. Johnny's in flight, and you got a great Ben at the bottom there. Really, really nice. Very well done. Signed by Hitch on the back. It's a really nice piece. So it's unpublished though, 11 by 17, and the logo is one that I made. It's removable, of course. It's just on an acetate. I sometimes that's what I do when I'm sitting around. But it was a nice run, a really great run, and I couldn't ever get one of the original covers. So I was really, really happy when I got this.
Hey, there was a general question from Mike Bravanek related to the pieces, maybe the more expensive ones. Will you take time payments?
Absolutely.
If needed?
We aim to please. No problem at all.
All right, great. Well, that one was a nice one. I really like Brian Hitch's his work a great deal. And he's actually been an advertiser on CAF for a long time as well, and had a CAF gallery. I don't even know. He's had many years, even long before he became an advertiser on the site. But one of the few artists who's always been really supportive of CAF, and we've always tried to reciprocate however possible with marketing his stuff for him.
I think it's great. Super, super nice guy. Really, really nice guy. I was really pleased to have it, and I've had it for quite a while.
All right. Well, we'll see that one in the recap. That was lot 17. So next up is one by Jim Starlin. This is another 1 minute later.
So this is 11 by 14 by Jim. It's so the Death in the Family. Jim wrote Death in the Family, but Mike Mignola did the actual interior covers. So I said to Jim, "What would you have done if you got to draw the death of Robin?" Remember, people called and voted. So he said, "I would have done this." So I hired him to do it because you still wouldn't know if Robin's going to live or die. So you get Starlin. This is an overlay, of course, so we can pull the overlay on and off. But it's a beautiful piece. Here it is, and then the overlay just comes on and off. So yes. I think if you indulge me, Bill.
Yeah, no, please do. Yuri has claimed it, but I wanted to.
So there you go. And then here's the overlay. So I didn't put it on very well at the moment, but I will. But it's a really great piece. I was thrilled to get something like this from Jim. He did a great job, and I really thought it was nuts that you would. I mean, look, Mignola is awesome, so that it's not nuts, but geez, Starlin's writing a book. Let him do the cover, guys. Come on, or let him do a variant. But I thought he did a fantastic job.
No, he really, really did. Thank you, Yuri, for picking that up. And I can also highlight that Mike Burbanek has picked up lot 16 for $700. Thanks, Mike.
Oh, fantastic! And guys, I'll toss in one of the prints once we when you email me, I'll email you back with the choice of one or two of the signed prints I have, and you can let me know which one you guys want.
See, then the story makes that piece too. Just knowing that you talked to him about what would he have done had he had the opportunity to do the covers, because yeah, Mignola had did the cover on that one, and it was a close up of Robin's face, and yeah, so totally different approach. But that just shows you. I mean, but so very neat that you actually approached him with that concept, and he delivered that.
He delivered. He did a couple for me. This one was a crazy story. For what it's worth, somebody was supposed to pick Jim up at the airport for the Baltimore Comic Con, and they called me. I do a lot of work for them. I think they're lawyers, so I do their. They're like, nobody can get Jim. Will you go get him? I'm like, okay. So I go to I'm like, that's not really what I do. I go to the airport, I pick up Jim, and now I got an hour drive from the DC airport to Baltimore, and we're talking all about my 1 minute later. I won't digress now, but another time I went to the airport with Stan Lee, and I could tell stories about, drawing with Stan Lee in the car at the airport too. But in any event, that's how I talked to Jim all about this piece. We had a huge conversation. He did a phenomenal job for me.
Well, he definitely did. So congratulations to Yuri on that pickup, and to Mike for picking up the product. We really appreciate that. All right, well, we have 3 more pieces to look at.
Okay.
The next one is it's a good one. This one is by Walt Simonson.
Oh yeah, so Walter did this. This is let's see, I think it's 2 pieces. You've got and again, I'll take off my overlay. So you've got Walter did this, which is on the far right, that's Walter's piece. Then in the middle, I had Joe Rubenstein do Blue Line inks. So you're going to get 2 actual pieces, an 11 by 17 by Walter of Dr. Fate, and I forget what he calls the mummy guy. And then you're going to get a Blue Line inked 11 by 17 by Joe. So this is Walter, and then it's just an overlay. So Dr. Fate's cape goes all the way up to the top for those that are interested in it. I think Walter did a really great job. This was done over 2 shows. We talked about it. I got him to do 1 full figure at 1 show, and then I came back and needed the second one. So I thought he did a really neat job on the 2 characters. He was happy with the way he said that Joe did the Blue Line inks. And so it's really a cool little set of pieces here, and 1 minute later. And it's really near impossible to get Walter to do 2 characters on a board like this. So this was done some years ago, and I thought it was a great piece. I guess I should show you. So here it is with the overlay, and you can flip the overlay. You can see it going all the way up. So this is Walter's piece, and then let's see. Hopefully the camera. This is Joe Rubenstein's Blue Line inks. So you got 2. You get 2 pieces. And it's on a nice overlay, and I really was thrilled to get something like this from Walter.
Sorry, my internet went down, so thankfully nobody noticed. I guess that's good. I literally went offline and had to get out of the studio and get back in. So I hope I didn't miss anything in the chat, but I do apologize for that, Michael. That was the weirdest thing that's happened to me, I think, ever during a broadcast.
No problem. I was just showing off the Simonson. It's a great piece. The only reason I would sell it is Walter agreed to do and did do a cover for Liberty Brigade number 3. And so when I thought I would pay for him to do that, I made it in my mind I would sell this 1 minute later, and that would help me pay the cover that I have from Walter. So he did a great Uncle Sam. Mm-hmm. So Walter's done an Uncle Sam for an upcoming issue of the Liberty Brigade.
Oh, cool. Hey, so Anthony wanted to know, was that was it pencil and marker, or was it pencil and ink? The Walt side of it.
I don't know. He penciled it, and then I don't know if he does it in a black ink marker or a marker, or if it's I don't know. I can see the pencils all over it, so you can see. Well, let me take it out of the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got well, I've got your original
Yeah,
image. Maybe
so
I
I
can
can
even
put it
pull
up
that up.
close here. You can see it there. You can see the pencil. You can see. So this is how Walter did it. I don't think he was using a Sharpie. So um, you can see cited it was 9/8/2012 and 9/8/13 by Walter, and then Joe came by and did a blue line ink version in 2013 off of it.
All right. Yeah, I was just gonna got a window here that I can share. Just maybe show a little bit more detail on it.
Oh, great! Yeah, so you can see how he works. It's really fascinating for those who haven't seen him. How he, the pencils seem to move all over, and Walter always has in his mind such amazing vision for where he's going to go and how the piece is going to turn out. It's pretty incredible. I'm usually amazed. I asked Joe Rubenstein, who's inked almost everybody, how do you ink Walter Simonson? And Joe said, you've got to be fearless. And I thought that was a great response. I think Walter's work's incredible. I love watching him work when I've got to sit in the show and watch him sketch away, and it's really incredible.
Now you did get an offer from Caesar on the Walt Simonson piece for $2,500.
Okay, I'll do that. I'd rather sell it to someone and have it go to a good home. So if I'm allowed to accept that bill, I say yes.
You are absolutely no. It's
okay. Sold.
All right. So you're going to get this piece and the inked. Was it blue line?
Yeah, blue line ink. So Joe prints out a blue line and then did really tight inks for the piece. So you'll get two.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Caesar, for that. We all appreciate that. And I'll take a moment to remind everybody the email address for those who have picked up artworks tonight. You're going to email Michael at michael.f.fin@gmail.com after the show's over, and of course, send him which artworks you picked up, the mailing address that you need the art shipped to, and of course include your YouTube handle as well, just to make it real easy for him to cross-check against the list that I'm putting together for him.
That'd be great. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's a great pickup. I'm happy that's going to a good home. I love that piece forever. And as I said, if he hadn't done this cover for me, I'd have kept this forever. This was a lifer piece, but now that I need to pay him for the cover, so all good.
Well, it sounds like you got something nice, more up your alley. And I mean, to have something for, by him for your book. I mean, my goodness, how cool is that?
It's really cool. And I'm doing a series of homages. I gave artists published Golden Age covers and just switched characters. So there's a very famous, for those of you who know Mac Raboy is, Captain Marvel Jr.
Oh, yeah.
is punching a swastika and it's blowing up. So Walter did Uncle Sam punching the swastika and it's blowing up all over the place. And I thought that, Walter more than anybody would appreciate getting a chance to show us his version of kind of how he would have handled the cover. And I assume he really would like Mac Raboy. Who doesn't? So
right.
He did a great job. I was thrilled to have something from Walter, and I'm really proud of that. He did a wonderful, wonderful job.
I agree. All right. So the next piece is a very nice piece. It's a cap artwork. This is going to be lot 20 by Art Adams.
Yeah, this is 9x12 full figure Captain America by Art Adams. Really looks great, really clean. I didn't make an overlay for it. I've thought about it a million times. This was a really great piece. I gave it a bit of a discount from where I had it at CAF Live, but hard to get hard to get Arthur to do full figures. I of course went with the Golden Age shield, right? So you got the original triangle shield of Cap, and for those who noticed, the original costume, right? He's got the original facial mask.
Yeah.
So a really terrific. I know what Arthur's covers go for. I know how impossible it is to get a full figure. So I thought I'd offer this one up for folks.
It's on 9x12, Anthony.
Yep, 9x12.
Do you have that with you as well, Michael?
I do. I can get it. Here it is. Let me put it right here.
I can switch over to you. There we go.
And is it better if I take it out of the plastic? I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the glare is.
All right, let me knock
You don't
out
mind.
the glare. Here we go. And you can see how well he inked it. I love that foot there at the bottom, the blacks. He really did a really, really nice job.
And that's dated 2000.
Yeah, it's dated April 2000.
22 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, it's a really great piece. It's a really, really great piece. So you're getting kind of, off a long shot, right? But just great set of blacks, great looking shield. You can see kind of the way he likes to ink down at that bottom on the leg. He did a really nice job on this. Really, really nice job. I was happy to own that. I had a cap, and I later got an Iron Man. But I have another Arthur Adams piece as well. So this one I thought I could share with some other folks if people might want it.
All right. Well, you did get an offer from Chris Lutz at $2,000, and you're allowed to counter or accept, not accept. It's I know we didn't talk. You and I didn't talk too much ground rules before we got into these. I kind of figure you've seen the dueling dealers and whatnot in the past, but
I think, Chris, 2,400 would be my counter. I think that'd be a discounted price for it. If you wanted it 2,400, it's yours. I think that's still an awfully good deal.
Oh, Chris was on. Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, he was answering.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
There we go. All right.
All right. Well, then I'm totally mistaken there. Sorry, Chris. I almost got you a piece of art that you didn't want.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. I think that's
yes. Hey, I try to take care of everybody here.
He does. Bill makes counter offers for people. That's awesome. This is the best show ever.
Ay. All right. Well, we'll see that one in the recap then, everybody. Yep. But we only have one more piece to show too, and it's not higher price than the last one. We were kind of working our way from low to high, and then Mike had put this one extra piece in there saying if we had time, we would. Could you put this one extra piece in there? And I knew we were going to have time, so I just put it in there. I should have mentioned it to you, Michael, before we started. But let's see. I will go ahead and show lot 21 here.
Oh yeah, I'm going to grab that. That's Thor Mangilla. That's a Nova cover. It's all pencil, so it's all on an overlay. And I'll show you the art. I'll flip it open so when you come to me. But he did a great job. This is the Nova versus the Sphinx. Thor does a ton of indie work. Here you go. You can see it here. I'll put it up close. I mean, his pencil work is just supreme. So I think it's great. And then I've got this really super overlay, if I fit it on correctly. There you go. Roughly. Nice, really real overlay. It shows really, really well. For anyone who likes the man called Nova, wants some Kirby crackle, punching through his own logo, taking on the Sphinx. It's a really, really great piece. A really great piece.
All right, and Donovan Tally has claimed that one just ahead of TAMD1. So congratulations to Donovan for that pickup.
Yeah, congratulations. Thor is an awesome artist. I agonized over this one because I love Nova. And I want you to know, I pull it out, I put it back, I pull it out, put it back. And I confess to everybody, one reason I'm selling some of this stuff is because the Liberty Brigade needs more funding. I need to hire some more artists. I've got a bunch of stuff going on to get some future books out. So I was really happy with that.
Well, then that's we didn't talk about that why you wanted to do this, but let's see. Here is a question from Trevor on lot 14. Let me go ahead and highlight that one right here. They were offering you $400 for lot 14. You were at $500 on that one, and I can go ahead and pull that up on the screen to remind everybody, which piece that was.
I'll tell you what, okay, but I'll tell you what, how about $415? Just because it's a huge piece to ship. So with the shipping, another $15 in the shipping on top of that will make it a lot better for me. So if you don't mind doing $15 more, you'll have this amazing Thor. Plus the color file, and life will be good.
All right. Trevor has agreed. Thank you very much, Trevor.
And Trevor, when you email me, let me know. I'll go through my prints, and you'll be able to pick one of the prints as well. So that'll be great. Thank you for buying it. That funds yet another page or two of Liberty Brigade pages. So thank you very, very much.
Indeed. Yeah, no, very good. All right. Well, we don't have a lot to recap, which is great. So we can go all the way back. We can remind people of the first, the hardcover set for people who might be interested in
Oh
that.
yeah, I'll sign them too. Buy the hardcover set or the softcover set, guys. I'll sign it. They're really great. If people want, I'll throw in one of the Liberty Brigade prints as well. If you buy the book set, just let me know if you want a Liberty Brigade print. But I'll sign either the hardcover or the softcover. You'll get a pretty rare, and this you're getting the rare Steranko hardcover. I'm almost sold out of the Sean Chen hardcover, so we couldn't offer those. But the Steranko's the variant, and we have a few left of those. You get the Zero, you get the Origin of the Heroes, Origin of the Villains. We'll pick out one of the villain covers, and you get the source book. It's a really great set. I hope people will buy it. I mean, it's just, if you like Golden Age heroes, if you like good writing, then you'll be proud to know that Mark Waid is a great editor. It really helps me a great deal.
Hey, Human Spider had a question for you before we do the rest of the recap. You just curious, do you have art for sale in your calf gallery, Michael?
I have some. I've probably got another 100 1 minute laters I'll sell. You guys should get Bill to have me come back, and I'll do a 1 minute later extravaganza, and we'll just sell like 100 of them. But I have,
I'd have you back anytime, Michael. This has been a lot of fun. Really has.
That's great. I loved it. I got the cool shirt. So I am selling. I have art for sale. I'll put some of the others for sale, but I really like to sell with Bill. He's the best. I really, really do. Did I just sell something else?
You sold another a set of books with the hardcover.
Oh,
to T.E.
great.
Mason.
Great. All right. TE, let me know and I'll send you a print too. So just remind me when you email me to send you one of the Liberty Brigade prints, and I'll toss one in.
Yeah, thank you so much, T.E. And to William and Rich also for picking up sets of those as well. That's fantastic, you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, what are we recapping?
All right, I know. What are we going to recap? All right, so let's see. Lot 3 sold to Anthony. So let's take a look at Lot 4.
Yeah. So this is the Son of Goom painting by Kirby Veach, Rick's son, who's burgeoning artist of his own. It's large. It's a great monster book. It's $200. It's really terrific. I'm surprised it didn't sell today, but that's okay because I like it, and I like these pre-hero monsters. So it's really a great piece, and it's probably one of Kirby's first pieces as he's just starting his career. So it's a really nice piece.
All right, so $200 is the price on lot number 4. It's still available. Now 5, 6, 7, and 8 lots all sold. So we can take a look at the next one available. That's going to be lot 9. Let me highlight that one. This was the Groot piece by Forney, inked by Bob Almond.
Yeah, and so I think just to sell it now, I think I'd take $50 off this lot 9 if people wanted it $350. It's the 1 minute later of Groot, so happy to do something there if anybody's interested. But it's 11 by 17. It's a really nice looking piece, and I think Groot's kind of a thing right now. And I actually did a great job on the overlay. So occasionally I don't, but this is one I thought I did a great job. And I painstakingly cut it out. So it's a really good job. And Bob Almond brought his usual Marvel Comics level set of inks to it. A really, really nice 11 by 17.
All right. And hey, I have to let you know, T.E. Mason did claim lot 4. So that one is sold as well. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, T.E. Thank you.
And Swan Shadow wanted to say 1 minute later remains an inspiration to all of us theme art collectors out there.
Thank you. I will tell you that I was debating. I had 2 themes in my mind. It was either going to be 1 minute later or great moments in Marvel history, and I chose 1 minute later. So I guess I picked okay.
And hey, T.E. Mason is saying claim 9 at $350.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, perfect. Done. Thank you, T.E.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, T.E. All right, this is great. You would have done good with either of those themes, Michael. I think you picked wisely though with the 1 minute later.
I think so. I think lot 7 came back for sale, Bill.
Did it? I'm sorry. Where are we at? Oh. All right, there he goes. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Omega Comics says he's pulling out a lot 7. All right, well, we can go back and show that one. No problem.
No problem at all.
Yep. We are.
No problem. Like it happens. I do that too sometimes. No
Right.
problem.
Well, lot 7 was
yeah, this is a really good one. This is a 9x12. I hope someone will do it. I guess at this point in the show, I'll take 300 for it. But it's Bill Willingham pencils. He drew the Elementals before he became famous for writing the Fables, which is back on the racks with Mark Buckingham. So this is the FF200, pencils by Bill and inks by Joe Rubenstein. And Marcus claimed it. It's a great piece. You're going to be very happy with it.
For 300. Thank you so much, Marcus. Just ahead of Mr. Donnelly. All right, fantastic. All right, well, let's see. We still sold it. That's good.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, what do we have left? Maybe.
Let's see. We've got lot number 12 is the next one. This was.
The Johnny Desjardins. So okay, we'll take this one down to 400. We're in a dealing mood like Anthony and Berkey. So you get the pencils 11x17. You get separate blue line inks by Bob Almond 11x17. You get the inked heads. So you get 3 pieces here of the Great Avengers Defenders War. By Johnny Desjardins, who did Green Hornet and a bunch of other books, and was a David Finch protege, as you can see in every line of the pencils.
That is for sure. $400 is and just as I say the word 400, T.E. Mason has came in and claimed it at 400. Thank you, T.E.
Great. Sold. It's a great one. Thank you, T.E. Thank you very, very much.
All right. So that one's out. All right, let's see. What do we got? Next is lot 13. This was the Frank McLaughlin piece, the rather large 16x23.
Yeah. I'll drop this to 415 also. It's 16x23. Frank McLaughlin. You get the whole 16x23 piece. Plus, I've got a digital color file for you. This is not a overlay. He drew it all the text directly on the board. And as we said before, all the images around Cap are kind of 1 minute later. He's running a little different. He's punching guys a little differently. He did a really nice job showing off what happens. If you look at the one between his legs and the original, they're struggling. And then 1 minute later, he's punched the guy. So I thought Frank did a really nice job moving all the characters around. I was really, really happy with what he did there.
Yeah, no, it is very nice. And the colored piece is actually done really well too. So yeah, both those are good. And let me highlight another pickup on the hardcover set from Shannon Weathers. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. For those who buy the books, just when you email me, let me know if you want me to sign it or personalize it, and I will. I'll sign the hardcovers. Those are the only ones I sign. But if you want me to sign some of the others, I will. I'm happy to. Just let me know.
Reminding everybody your email address is michael.f.fin@gmail.com. Since we're almost done here, you did get it. Let's see, where was it? An offer from Rich Donnelly on this piece at $400.
Okay, sold.
All right. Thank you very much, Rich. And another couple pages paid for, right, Michael?
Yeah, exactly. I need to just keep selling my. I had this. The problem with being an independent publisher is I got to pay everybody at the same time. And then all the money comes in when we sell the books, which is just great. It's a lot of fun. Dougie Braithwaite has already turned in his 12 pages. Jim Starlin has done 2 covers already. We've got some really great artwork coming up. If the darned writer wasn't so slow. Bill, if you'll let me say one more thing.
Sure.
120 pages of 1945 Golden Age art that was penciled, inked, and lettered and never published, and we're publishing it all.
Seriously?
So, yeah, it's all
from
gosh. You've never even there was a character called Boogeyman. We have 2 lost stories of the Boogeyman we're going to publish. We have 3 Tommy Time stories. Tommy never got published ever. The company went out of business. We have the Jinx. He was supposed to be the cover character from Trophy Comics 1. You never heard of it because it never got published.
No, not. Well, you're gonna write that wrong.
We are writing that wrong. Xandu, Prince of Magic, will be the first character that comes out. We've got a whole bunch coming out. right after I showed. I'll just try to.
Brian Peck is curious the artists on some of those titles that you're going to be publishing.
So Barry Kitson, Ron Friends are my two main artists on the Liberty Brigade. Doug Braithwaite did a 10 or 12 page intro for Liberty Brigade 2. And
Or I
Ron's
think Brian was the pieces that went unpublished that you're publishing.
Oh, well, we believe that some may be by Dan Barry or possibly John Giunta, but they're not credited. I mean, I can look at it and say that's who I think it is. And I will also say here, for those who know who Basil Wolverton is, his family has given me permission to publish an unpublished piece. So you're going to see a new Wolverton cover coming out well into the world. I just was talking with a family this week. I love the Golden Age. I'm thrilled to have this stuff coming back. So it should be a lot of fun.
It is. It definitely sounds like it. Hey, I wanted to address, Anthony threw like a combo offer in, but of course the McLaughlin's gone, and Donovan Talley tried to claim lot 13, but it already had been sold to Rich Donnelly. So just pointing that out. I didn't highlight those when they came in after the sale to Rich. So let's see. We've got just two other pieces to look at. And first up is lot 17. That was the unpublished Brian Hitch piece.
Oh, yeah. It's a great piece, 11 by 17. Brian drew it as a cover for Marvel. I think he drew 4 or 5 versions. He penciled them and inked them. And they're all of them, as best I can remember, had, all 4 characters in dynamic poses. I think this is a great cover. The one they actually chose, they're all kind of standing around. I think this is a bit more exciting. I can only imagine maybe there wasn't enough room for the logo. Maybe that's why Marvel didn't choose this one. But I think it's a great cover. Hitch is fantastic. He penciled it, he inked it. Terrific use of blacks. Really nice layout. I think Johnny just looks so aerodynamic in this. I think he's got captured Sue perfectly. Ben looks great charging into the forefront. So really good job here.
All right, and you got 2 offers, but the higher of the 2 and the first one in was from T.E. Mason at $800 for this piece.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay, T.E., I'll take it. I'm happy with that.
All right, fantastic. And Rick, thank you for the offer as well. Wait, Anthony, you keep making combo offers after the sales happened. I'm sorry, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. It's that slow internet connection of yours, Mr. Snyder. All right, we got one more piece to look at, and we all know what piece that one is. So let's go ahead and highlight that one. And again, thank you, TE. That's for all the pickups tonight, as with everybody tonight. This has been really a whole lot of fun for me, and I'm sure for Michael as well.
It's been great fun. I got to thank you, Bill, too. So let me just say for everyone, thank you, Bill. I love CAF. I love this show. I love watching your shows. You do such a service to our community. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that. All right, last lot. This is lot 20. Of course, everybody knows this one.
Yeah, once again, Art Adams, Captain America, 9 by 12. Anthony's on the phone, so he's phone bidding, but we don't offer that service, so no wonder. Sorry, Anthony. But as I said, I love this piece. I think you get great use of blacks by Arthur. You can see how he's treating the Cap's left foot and leg. Very typical inking style there from him. You see part of it up on the shield. It's the original Captain America from Captain America 1. I know
Anthony's offering you $2,100 for it.
No, I think no. We came to 24 before, and I think I'll just hold myself there or hang on to the piece. I just think Arthur's market continues to rises. I think 2,400 was a really good price for anyone who wants it, but it's a really terrific piece.
Nope, I agree. I think 2,400 is a very fair price for the piece. So, yeah, if you have to hold on to it, you're not going to cry, right?
No. I think it's a great piece. So I can see Rich Donnelly 150 on the Veach. I accept that. I'd rather sell it than put it back in my flat file at this point.
Well, the Veach actually did sell, just so you know.
It sold. Sorry.
Yeah, the Veach did sell to T.E. Mason.
There you go. Okay.
So there you go, Anthony.
Killing me. I'll tell you what, Anthony. I'll take 2,200 if you give me the page today that I bought from you for 140. So 2,200 and $140 page, and we have a deal.
You hear that, Anthony? You give up that $140 page, and you can have it for $2,200. Let's see if he accepts.
Let's see if he accepts.
He's busy on his phone, as we know.
I know. Uh, the suspense is killing me. I wait to see if Anthony will accept or crush
Well,
me.
hey, that is a very fair deal at that point.
I know, and then I don't have to PayPal Anthony for $100. Okay, yes, good deal. All right, I think we had a sellout.
Michael, we have a sellout. I mean, in fact, we have more than a sellout because you sold 4 hardcover sets. So effectively, we sold 24 lots tonight with only having 21. That's a first. That is an absolute first, Michael. I don't know if it'll ever happen again. What an amazing thing to have happen. This is so much fun.
I got to say thank you. And I got to say, Bill, send me your address. I think Bill should get a Liberty Brigade shirt. So I'm going to send you.
I will wear that on the show.
Yep. You send me your address too, and it's coming to you. Can I just say again, thank you, Bill, and thank you, everybody. What a fun night for me. What a great way to end the holiday weekend.
It really is. I mean, Michael, I never know what to expect going into these shows, but I knew the thing is with you, I knew we were going to have a good time, whether things sold or they didn't. But to have a sellout, over and above the number of lots that were made available is just incredible. And I mean, and this was fun, and we're promoting the Liberty Brigade too, and helping further, the work that you're doing in publishing just by having these funds come in, and I think it offsets that stuff. So it's just fantastic.
No, thank you. And again, if you give me a half a second, I'll just show again one more of our little covers coming out from the Liberty Brigade. I'm going to pull it out of the bag even so we have no glare. Here you go. I can show both covers. Here are 2 covers for K the Unknown.
There, I'll go full screen there. There you go.
Oh, there you go. You got a Ramita Jr. variant, and you got a Mike Leake K the Unknown. So K the Unknown was a Golden Age character, and we brought her back. And I'm really proud of this. Ramona Fraden does the back cover, right?
Oh, sweet.
In the Golden Age, in her 90s, doing a back cover for good old thrilling nostalgia comics. So really, really happy. But those are the newest books we're offering right now. So
Ramona's doing amazing. She does great work, doesn't she? I don't own anything by her, but I got to fix that because every time I go to Catskill's site, I always check out her page just to see what new stuff she's done. Because every month he drops about 8 to 10 new pieces by her, just kind of commission style pieces, and they're always fantastic.
She is amazing. She's done a couple things for us. She even did Ducat, which is a Golden Age Dutch superhero. Since I live part-time in Amsterdam, I had to go do all this research to find a Golden Age Dutch superhero.
Yeah, so Human Spider City recently got a piece from her. Was on our wait list for a year. No, it's totally worth it. Yeah, she's fantastic. And what did Rich Donnelly ask? He said, "What colors for the Liberty Brigade T-shirts?"
Only this color. This is the only color I have.
Like a brown.
If I stand up, this is the Baltimore Comic Con, and I had Bill. You saw it here. I think one of the things I offered was their actual first appearance on the convention booklet. So in 2018, we went out to Baltimore. We introduced the Liberty Brigade. We had a little 0 issue, and then we ran our Kickstarter extremely late because it was supposed to be 40 pages, and everyone ended up getting 200 pages. Because I added all these, poor Mark Wade was like, Michael, I know you're the boss and the boss, but don't you think you should just end the book? I was like, no, Mark, I got this great idea for some lost scenes. And I'm like, oh, wait, Mark, I got a great idea. Let's add the coming of the Liberty Brigade. And finally, he just put his foot down when I told him there are a few other scenes that I thought would be nice to add. He was like, Michael, we're done. You're going to put the book out and you can make all the extra scenes in your DVD. Mm-hmm. So thank God for Mark Wade. He is the nicest guy. He challenges me. He punches up the dialogue. He, as I said, tells me when I haven't written it the right way. And Barry and Ron Friends, consummate professionals, just really have a lot of fun. And for those who want to be named somewhere in the comic, if you send me an email, you might become a character. just remember there's a great possibility of becoming a Nazi villain as well. I can't guarantee. If you want a Liberty Brigade shirt, just send me $20 and I'll send one. We have a limited set left. I think they're all large is all I have left.
Well,
But
that's
they're
good.
really,
I'm a large, so that works out. Well,
yeah,
TE's going to be emailing you as well because he picked up
just
several
email
pieces of
me
artwork tonight.
$20 TE, and I'll toss that in. I'll toss in a print, and we'll look around. So we got all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to keep, you got to get me off this show because here's like the blue flame. And I think I showed you. We have a variant.
One of the fastest selling shows I've ever done, Michael. I mean,
I know. Well, I got to tell you, John Ramirez Jr. did 9 covers for us. So
oh yeah,
bust of all these Golden Age characters, and he was great. He's also done. There's an upcoming issue. Everyone knows J.R. Jr. did Daredevil. He kindly agreed and drew a cover of the Golden Age Daredevil. We have a different name for him, of course, in our book, and he did it twice up Golden Age size. Look, I just love my Golden Age characters. They stay in the public domain. They stay in the 1940s, and look, for those who like them, I'll say that Nick Barrucci's company does a great job, and they've taken the characters in a different direction. Mine stay in the 40s, but if you like them, please check out what Dynamite does. They do a lot of really cool stuff with some of these PD characters as well. Really cool.
All right, yeah, and he's giving me a hard time because of my blank walls down in Florida. He's telling me that you've got grown-up shelves behind you, and so I should aspire to having nice.
I have
tall
a
shelves.
Bowen minibus behind me. I don't think that's very. And then I've got, let's see, on my desk. Let me see if I can get this in here. I have a Gene Colan. This is an Invaders drawing he did as my pencil cup. I have a Bowen cat. I don't know. I have no grown-up desk. You just can't see everything I've got here.
Oh man. Well, Michael, this has been fantastic. And of course, let me remind everybody too, please, if you picked up any artworks tonight, don't wait until tomorrow. Email Michael tonight. Here is his email address. One last time, michael.f.fin@gmail.com. Again, let him know which piece or pieces you picked up. Include your mailing address in that email, and then, of course, your YouTube handle as well. And he'll be able to cross-reference that to the spreadsheet notes that I'll be sending his way. And as someone noted earlier, you'll have a very well-packaged, quickly shipped artwork or set of books, if that was what you picked up. And did we say that the price was with the shipping, right? I think was yep.
Yeah, in the books I included the shipping in there.
Yep,
so
that's
the books
correct.
are all in one. I'll sign the hardcover or soft cover. I don't normally sign the others, but I will if somebody. I just don't like signing on the covers of comics, so I sign. I even have a little drawing I make. I talked to Mark Buckingham, my artist, and we worked on my drawing. Frank Cho tutored me on my signature, so I have a special comic signature courtesy of Frank Cho. He gave me a few signatures that were unprintable in public, but then he helped me find one that would be a good one. So thank you to Mr. Cho.
Here, and somebody asked me to put the email in the chat. I guess I can do that as well. That way, maybe it's easier to copy and paste off of there. Oh yeah, it would be because I'm showing it on screen. But all right, and Larry congratulated you as well. And Jeff, hey, there'll be more Hitch artworks out there in the future. Don't you worry. But yeah, so thank you for everybody for tuning in tonight. This was so much fun, Michael. Obviously, if you ever want to do it again, I'd love to put you on the show, and we could sell a few more 1-minute laters and whatever else you might need to kind of fund your future projects. So I'll always be here for you if you need any of that kind of assistance.
That's great. I'm always game to come back anytime you'll ever have me. Bill, again, I think you're an amazing force for our hobby. Everybody who joins, thank you. I'm actually humbled and honored that everybody helped, and I sure hope Nick got us to 100 likes because I'd like to be liked as much as the next guy.
Yeah, I don't know where we're at actually at total likes, but we did have over 180 people watching the show, so that's a positive. That's a good turnout on a Monday night on a holiday. We did all right. So again, thank you everybody. Thank you, Michael. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. I'll be back at it tomorrow with another interview. This time it will be with artist Jim of Food. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That will be at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see many of you there for that. And otherwise, Dueling Dealers on Wednesday. We're right back at it. No breaks here. All right, Michael. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everybody.